A lot of people think that premium gas is better for your car or gives you more horsepower, but for a lot of cars, it is literally just burning your cash. So what octane should you run? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you some clarity on that question and debunk some common myths, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, say it with me now. Higher octane does not equal more horsepower. The octane number is a measure of gasoline's ability to resist knocking under high engine compression. The higher the octane number, the greater the stability and resistance to premature ignition. In the US, the number that you see on the front of the gas pump, for example 87 octane, is the AKI, or anti-knock index, and it's calculated using this formula. AKI equals RON plus MON divided by 2, where RON equals research octane number measured under light engine load, and MON equals motor octane number measured under heavy load and high temps. So when you see 87, that means that the fuel's average knock resistance between those two tests is 87. And without getting too much into the weeds, octane rating compares gasoline to two reference fuels. Octane, which can be heavily compressed without combustion, this has a rating of 100, and heptane, which spontaneously combusts under light compression, which has a rating of 0. So that means that 87 octane gasoline behaves like a mixture that is 87% octane and 13% heptane in knock resistance. And now some of you might be asking, what the heck is knock? Knock, or pre-detonation, is when fuel ignites too early in the combustion chamber, and this is because of heat and pressure in the cylinder, and this can cause massive damage to your engine's internals. So remember, higher octane fuel only means that you have more resistance to knock, that's it. It doesn't burn more completely, or cleaner, or slower, or faster, or any of that. Those are all just myths. So to sum up this part in the simplest terms possible, octane just makes your fuel go boom when it's supposed to go boom. Now, why is higher octane necessary in high performance engines? Well, normally with performance engines, you're either going to have a higher compression ratio or some kind of forced induction, whether that's a supercharger or a turbocharger. This creates a lot more pressure in your cylinders, and on top of this, when you're pushing your engine to the absolute limit, this causes a lot more heat, and that increases the likelihood of knocking. Manufacturers will usually specify when a higher octane fuel is required. For example, GM recommends 91 octane fuel in my 1999 C5 Corvette because it has a higher compression ratio at 10.1 to 1, and it also has more aggressive timing. Not to mention, now with the BTR camshaft that I installed in this car, it's tuned quite a bit more aggressively, so 91 is definitely necessary. Now with a lot of modern cars, the line between what's recommended and what's required gets a little bit fuzzy. Most cars nowadays can compensate for lower octane levels. The ECU detects knock using knock sensors and then pulls ignition timing to reduce engine damage. This will usually result in less power, worse fuel economy, and potential engine damage if severe. So instead of having a hard set octane number, most manufacturers just have a recommended octane. There are also cars like the newer Coyote Mustangs that have adaptive octane logic built into the ECU for different octanes, and you can see a slight bump in horsepower if you use premium fuel. So instead of just reacting to the knock sensors to reduce power based on lower octane, some cars will actually learn what quality of fuel is in the system by continually testing the fuel's limit and incrementally adding timing until it finds the borderline of knock for that specific tank. And that's why so many people think that higher octane equals more horsepower, but it will only give you more horsepower if your ECU can recognize it and adjust the timing accordingly. Now this last part is super interesting, and not a lot of people know this, but octane levels are not black and white, and they actually change based on altitude. For example, here in Colorado, I live at a much higher elevation than most of the US, hence the name Mile High Misfits. And because of this, the air is less dense. Most car enthusiasts know that with higher elevation comes a decrease in horsepower, which is true. This is because less oxygen enters the engine, but this also decreases the cylinder pressure, reducing the likelihood of knock. So here in Colorado, our regular gas is 85 octane as opposed to 87 octane like you'd see at sea level. So running 85 octane in our daily driver cars here is completely normal, where most people from sea level would see this and stick their nose up. Although the exception to this is that with forced induction engines, this cancels out the altitude advantage, so turbocharged vehicles should still run 87 octane, even in high elevation areas like Colorado. Now the last thing that I feel like I should add to this is that some different levels of fuels come with different levels of detergents depending on the supplier that you go with. These detergents and fuel additives basically just help keep your engine internals clean. But that is a completely different conversation, and the goal of this video is to strictly go over the different octane levels in gasoline, so keep that in mind. So now to finish this video off, here's my last points. If the manufacturer says that a certain octane fuel is recommended or required, then it's probably because your car has a higher compression engine or you're tuned for it. Don't only use higher octane fuel because you think you'll get more horsepower, unless your car adjusts for it. Just because a certain level of gasoline is more expensive doesn't mean it's better for your car. With gas prices on the rise, you probably want to save some money. And if you're like me and you want to save some money at the pump every time that you fill up, make sure to download the Upside app using my affiliate link below and get yourself a discount. And I can recommend them firsthand because Upside has actually saved me a lot of money on gas over the years. But there you have it, guys. That's the rundown on what Octane is and which Octane to use in your car. But let me know in the comments below which one you use. That's all for this week, but if you enjoyed the content for today, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. I'll catch you guys next week. Later.